how to navigate the website. It is now 2024, so many of you are Serge Fun Club members for 2024. If you'll notice up here in the upper left-hand corner, I've placed sergefunclub.com in the toolbar at the top, and then I've selected my return or my enter key on my computer, and it brings me to sergefunclub.com. Now, if you'll notice over here in the upper right-hand corner, it says log in. That shows me that I am not logged into my account. And if you're not logged in, at this point, if I scroll down, all I'll see is the option to join 2024. Again, another key here as well. Some of the other classes that I've designed, this is an Altair class that I have available. And then as we continue to go down to the bottom, some other options as well. Here we have an overview of some of our previous projects. And here you can see an overview of a wide range of our past projects in this area. You can click on any of these and check out some of those previous projects. Let's just check on this one. As you can see, 2023 can still be purchased. Let's click on our little backpack that I designed. Now you can see that you go over to a little video that will show us that project. And of course, we've got a few pictures here as well. And if you haven't purchased 2023 and you would still like to, you can do that here. All right, so let's scroll back. Anytime I see this icon, I can always click on this and it'll bring me back to the main page of the website. Again, you see here it says log in. If I click log in, which is what I'll do now, you'll notice that my computer has remembered my user ID and my password. Our computers are really smart these days, so if you have allowed your computer to save your user ID, which is the email address that you signed up with Serge Fun Club, and whatever password that you assigned. My computer, like I said, is remembering those logins, so all I need to do is select submit. And if you'll notice here, it says remember me. I previously had clicked this, so my computer is remembering it. So we'll just click submit. And now I'm actually logged into the area where we can find all of our members library content. And you'll notice as I scroll down here, I see 2024. Now, of course, I have some previous years and options in this area as well, since I'm a member of all of these. So if you've purchased any of these in the past, you'll see those as well. Beyond the Frame is just an extra little something that Zandra actually provides. It's an embroidery-based free membership. So if you want to check this out, you can, but it doesn't cost you anything. So let's scroll back up to the top. Notice that now, since I am logged in, you no longer see the words that say logged in. But I can click on this little silhouette and I can select my library, settings, and log out. So for some reason, if you want to log out, you could. But at this point, I can also select my library. And again, it brings you to this My Library option. Once you're logged in, this area comes up automatically. Now here is an area where you can click on and go find the most recent link for our monthly webinar. I'll click on the calendar, and if that upcoming one is available, you'll see it right here in this area. So we can register for September. That is our upcoming webinar here. And then once you select register now, it allows you to reserve your spot and sign up with all of your items. So we'll just close that up, and that'll again give you the option to get reminded for our webinars as well. Now that I'm on a separate page, I'll need to go up here in this area up at the top and close this tab. Now you won't be able to see it on my screen, but there's a tab up here above. I'll just click that X and it brings me back also to this area, and then I will close the next tab, which you can't see, and now it brings me back to the page that we were on previously where we selected the webinar itself. Now we'll just scroll down. I want to go into my 2024 annual Serge Fun Club membership. Once we're in 2024, this is where all your monthly content lives. You can also come over into this area and select the most current webinar option as well. Here at the top of the page, you'll notice that we have 2024 webinars. I'll select it, and you'll see here that we place all of the recordings of our previous webinars over in this area. We even have our 2024 birthday party. If you didn't get to attend that live, you can watch this recording here. And here's where you can find any of our current webinar recordings. I'll go back. We have webinar extra, educational tutorials. So every webinar, I actually add extra little things that may really accompany and go with some of my monthly projects, some extra little things that I think might be fun to share with you. And I just selected that number 2 at the bottom. So we have 2 pages. This is one of the most recent things that I added, hemming using a cover hem in the round. And this will give us that whole process as an individual tutorial. Now I'll repeat this to the other. So if you want to check that out, you can. I'll go back. Again, these are all of those extra tutorials that I have shared with you during a previous webinar, and I just separate them so you can watch them by themselves if you would like. Let's click the little icon at the top. That'll bring me back up to the main page. And look, we are not seeing our area. When I go back to the main page, we see the little advertisements or just the things that I offer to you. So all you need to do here is just select your little silhouette, and this is where you can again select My Library. We'll go back into 2024, scroll back down. Here I have some threading tutorials. You might want to check that out. And then here you'll see we start with our monthly projects. The one that we just released is our September project. If we select it here, you will see that I have a PDF printable pattern provided. You have PDF printable instructions. We always include an embroidery design set as a little extra just to give you a more value to Serge Fun Club. So if that's something that you enjoy as well, you can have fun with that and include it in your project. If you just want to Serge and not include your embroidery design set, you can do that as well. So here below at the bottom, you'll notice that I have my Hello from Lori. I always do that every month. And then this is where it starts our video tutorials for our project. So I always number them. If we select one here, it brings you over to that tutorial itself. And I'm just going to buffer through a little bit, but you can watch those in their entirety as well. Of course, if you want to download and place these on an external hard drive, maybe you're going somewhere that you don't have internet, but you might want to download a project so you can work on it while you're somewhere where you don't have internet, you can do that as well. If you decide to download any and all of the video tutorials, just keep in mind you're going to want to have a really larger external hard drive. There's lots of videos provided from year to year, and I would say just designate one hard drive maybe to each year, and then you can kind of organize them in that way. But if you want to just watch them from the internet, keep in mind as long as we have the internet, they will be available to you. And if there's ever any changes to this, we'll always let you know as a member. But you can download those as well. Let's go back to our main screen. I can go to the front of the website, but I'll just use my little back button. And then if you'll notice down here it says show more, we'll select show more. And if there's more to be seen, you'll see the numbers at the bottom. We can go over to page 2, and this brings us over to the last 2 tutorials in that project. So we'll go back. You can look at all of these different projects and have definitely a lot of fun. We also had some pre-offer bonus projects when you joined 2024 as well. And these are definitely something that you're going to enjoy, and I think that you're going to learn from them as well. So here we have our Visual Stitch Reference Serge Stitch class. I really recommend that you walk through these, even if you just watch the tutorials. They're really going to be very informative, and you and I can thread and stitch through all of those stitches available on your quick reference guide. And then we had a little creative project as well. Let's click on that one. Here I give you a little picture, but anytime you have a download that might be a PDF, whether it be your instructions or even a pattern, if you select that area, here in this area, we'll click on the item itself and it's downloading to my computer. We'll click on it, and here is the PDF instructions for this project. So you can print these, and within the PDF instructions you're going to have any and all of your fabric requirements, cut requirements, notions, and you'll notice that it says tutorial 1. I also created in a way that tutorial number 1 in the written PDF instruction is a great reference guide to your video tutorials. So whenever you're looking at the instructions at tutorial number 1, this will also coincide with your tutorial number 1 video tutorial. And you'll see how those headings change. So you've got great references. Now I'm just going up to the top above my toolbar and Xing out that tab. And that just brings me back to where we were before. So these are some great items as well for you to enjoy, that I've taken the time to create these extra things that are going to be really beneficial for you. So if ever, once again, you can't find your members library, always make sure that you are logged in. If you're not logged in, it will say log in. And then at some point, if you have touched this main little icon that represents our logo, this brings you to this first page. So you will also see these additional items that I have created in the past and have made available. But to go to your members library, you once again will want to select on your little silhouette and select my library. I'll go back to the main screen. And you'll notice here in the upper left-hand corner, if you're not a member of our Facebook, you can select that icon, and then you can join our Facebook group. If you're already a member, this will bring you right to there. If you're not, again, you can join. We'll close the tab at the top. If you've not checked out my YouTube channel, you might have some fun over there as well. So we have that icon in that area. So you can check out all of those different YouTube tutorials that I have available. You might have some fun with that. Now let me close this tab. And I'll just, for the extra exercise, go back to my library. And again, I'm going to click into my 2024 membership. Now let me just show you the downloads here. Once again, for our printable pattern, let's select it. Here we have a printable pattern, and you'll select here. It'll download to your computer. I'll click on the download, and here for this project we do have a printable pattern. Not all projects each month have a printable pattern. When it's applicable, you'll have those provided in that area. I'll close the tab above. Let me just go back again. We looked at PDF instructions already, so we'll skip over that. Let's go to the embroidery files. And again, if you want to download the embroidery design set for this month, you'll just select over here. My computer is downloading it. I'll click on it. Now everybody's computers are a little bit different, so it just kind of depends on your computer what it will actually look like. But we're going to click on the folder here, and you'll notice that now we have all of the normal, most common embroidery formats: DST, EXP, HUS, JEF, PDF color chart, PES, SO, VIP, VP3, and XXX. You click into the PDF color chart area, you'll have a color chart for each one of those designs. We'll just open one of them. There you go, and it just shows you what I've used, but of course, you're going to want to stitch out your embroidery designs in the colors that are what you prefer. And you'll notice that it lets you know the size and what the smallest hoop is that will actually fit in. Now, Serge Fun Club, we make it so that if you have a minimum of a 4-thread overlock machine and a 4x embroiderable field for your embroidery machine, then you're good to go. If you don't want to stitch the embroidery designs, you don't need to. And here I'm just going to click on this one, and this is going to open up a little picture of the designs themselves. I'll go back to the main page. And that's just a quick little overview of how to access your Serge Fun Club content. Keep in mind, you have to be logged in. Again, I'm logged in. I don't see login, so that means I'm logged in. And I'll select the little silhouette and my library. After you browse through the website a few times from month to month, you'll get really comfortable. If not, go back and walk through this tutorial along with me until you get comfortable finding your content for Serge Fun Club from month to month, or whatever time it is that you want to sit down and create along with me. Now, if you haven't joined Serge Fun Club, we would love to have you in the club. We look forward to seeing you in Serge Fun Club.